have Drake's back. just forget about Millie Bobby Brown, huh? All right. Jesus
he was
Christ.
mentoring her.
Yeah, mentoring. That's what we're calling it. I mentor my wife all the time. I don't think there's any pedophiles in the next one. We'll find out. I'm sorry that I didn't invent the truth. Sorry, one more time for Camilla, everybody. Up next, pretend you didn't see that. Up next, making his return to pop culture hell and the birthday boy. Please put your hands together for everyone's favorite Cybertruck enthusiast, Jacob. They are the vehicle of the future.
Okay, so yeah, today is my birthday, and I'm very happy about that. Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Please give me your praise, I need it.
Hell yeah!
Thank you. Anyway, but yeah, no, I have been thinking a lot about life and death, and where are we going, and what may come after. And in most cases, it is kind of a coin flip whether you go to the good place or the bad place. So I figured, since this is Pop Culture Hell, I'm going to review different versions of hell. Also, fun fact, that picture of that guy as the devil made me laugh so hard in middle school, milk came out my nose. He just looks like he's having so much fun. And speaking of hell and fun, let's get right off the bat with the attributes of hell. There's some common denominators, just general guidelines are like how these things tend to fall in different types of hell. So most of the time, hell is a bad place where bad people go, or just if you're a fundamentalist, somebody who you don't like goes, or has a lifestyle you disagree with. And a lot of celebrities in there, apparently. There's either the devil or the devil and or devils. It can be eternal if you're into that. It's basically God's Guantanamo Bay in most versions. It's sort of a legal loophole for him to get rid of people. Fire, usually. Let's see, another dimension, and I'm kind of guesstimating here, but it probably has oil. So we may need to liberate it. Just saying. So, kicking things off, we've got biblical hell, the classic. And it is interesting, though, in that the perceptions of what people think hell to be are a little bit different than how they actually are in the text. Let's see. Well, it's where sinners are sent to in death. They have a lake of fire. A lake. Just the one. Single. Like, they really don't get into that outside the Bible, but it says in the text, a lake of fire. So they only got the one. That really is impressive when you say it. Let's see, and contrary to popular belief, Satan is actually trapped in there. It's like, there's all the stories about him coming to Earth and tempting people, but apparently he's supposed to be stuck down there till Armageddon or something, so he's just chilling, like, literally he's just chilling. He's in the dead center of hell where he's frozen, so that's gonna suck, everybody's burning, but he's stuck in an ice cube. Very annoying. Let's see, basically when you're here forever without possibility of parole. Also, I guess there's some discussion on whether you get out with Armageddon and the Rapture, but it's kind of a messy subject. It's really just a lot of rocks and dirt and some fire and a lake of fire. Again, not impressive. The biggest assholes you know are stuck together, so, you know, hell's other people. That's got to be really annoying. Jesus has actually gone to hell a couple times. You know, he's basically done a community service and pardoned some people in hell. I'm not sure whether they deserved it or not, but Jesus thought it was cool to get them out, so okay by him. And again, you know, fundamentalists will say that people they don't like are going to be there. So, you know, with all that in mind, I give biblical hell to just the two. Moving right along, we're going into more of the Renaissance idea of hell. Hieronymus Bosch. And for those of you not in the know, Hieronymus Bosch was a Dutch painter from the 16th century who gave his own sort of illustrations and interpretations of his visions of hell. And that particular vision, busy, very busy. like this is just one of his paintings, and there's just way too much going on. It's like there's a guy who's like building with, and he's pulling his mouth open like goatsy. That guy's being flayed alive while these guys are dancing around. Like, I can go on. There's just a lot going on in this one portrait. He did so many. Like, he had a lot on his mind. So it's basically if 4chan was a place. Just everybody posting and doing some stupid bro shit. You're going to see a lot of stuff that you wish you could unsee. But on the plus side, there's a lot to do. Like this looks like a very active version of hell. You know, you're never going to get bored. And, you know, gotta give Bosch credit. You know, he's very creative. Like, I certainly couldn't have thought of, you know, the, I think that's an Apple building in hell. Like, there's an Apple for some reason. Why not? Yeah, there's lots to deconstruct. And yeah, I mean, all the wacky tortures that probably kept the peasants busy. Like they probably had some early internet memes, you know, like you're being such a guy's head turned into a building holding his mouth open. So with that in mind, I give Hieronymus Bosch hell. It's fun. It's fun. It's really fun is what I'm trying to say. Great. Next up, we have Hell aka the Labyrinth, because in this version of hell, it's very angular. You know, Cenobites are angels to some and demons to others. So this is hell to some, heaven to others, especially if you're into BDSM. Yeah, so it's basically a leather dungeon crossed with an escape room. you got some like hot tub orgies in slow-mo, but also you run into your worst fears, which also are for some reason clowns with their eyes gouged out that they juggle. That just happens. And the Cenobites are pretty cool about this version of hell. Like, you know, Pinhead even tells Kirsty Cotton, you know, like, yeah, just run along, we'll get up with you eventually because we have eternity. So it's a very lax hell, you know. Like they're gonna torture you, but you know, they'll take your time. Let's see, and then you got your giant angular demon god Leviathan, the big kind of diamond-shaped thing in the center that does Morse code saying "I am God." And it just kind of floats there ominously, which again, you know, this is eternity, so you know, just take your time with it. So positive, you get to be chased around by Julie Kahn, played by Claire Higgins. Woo! Yeah, has to some. But negative, you get chased around by Dr. Schnard and his very phallic weapons. I'm not into that. The other downside is, you know, it's a labyrinth, it's a maze, so a lot of leg work, you're walking around a bunch, no public transportation. So I'm going to give this 4 puzzle boxes. Next up. This is a fun kind of hell, especially if you have a very immature sense of humor, like I did at 14 and when I saw this movie 3 times.
Yes!
Let's see, so yeah, no, it's more of a slapsticky type of hell. You get to meet a lot of people there, like John Lovitz meeting a big horny bird that humps him. And I mean, at least people who deserve are getting punished, like Hitler dressed as a French maid getting a pineapple shoved up his ass every day. We get behind that. Let's see. If you're into metal, if you're into heavy rock and roll like AC/DC, cool, they got good soundtracks for that. Again, some versions of hell have no. So if you like Adam Sandler movies, this is heaven to you. And I will give that 2 celebrity devils. You never know who you're gonna meet down there. Okay, then we got Doom. This is the coolest version of hell circa 1992. It's badass. I mean, there's lots of guns around, the BFG classic. Great way to kill a school night. Or if your teachers are cool at computer camp, then you can just play that. It's got the highest def graphics in 1993, so you're offering a full capacity on Mac DOS. Let's see, and it's not really that scary since you're the Doom guy. You're just killing all the demons. Like they're supposed to be torture or whatever, but you can just blast them with shotgun and you're out. Can get a little repetitive. Some of the level layouts. And if you can't find the right key card, you're just running around in circles. Yeah, now that's hell. Just being a 10-year-old and having to figure out where to take the key cards. We weren't built for that. Also positive, Doom as a version of hell can be played on every technology form of man. Somebody actually managed to get Doom to play on a pacemaker, I shit you not. So I'll give this 5 Kappa demons. Little demon ball guys. Next up. Very fun, entertaining hell, very big on the social satire. And in the lore of South Park, everybody goes here unless you're a Mormon. Mormonism is one true faith, hate to break it to you. Satan is pretty cool. He seems pretty relaxed. Downside, his ex Saddam Hussein's running around. Where's he going to go, Detroit? They have Tiki Party Sundays. That just shows the kind of effort Zane's putting into his version of hell. Also, great musical numbers, like South Park, the movie, I Want to Live Up There. That was a banger. That was a banger. So, in that in mind, I will give it 3 Oscars. That's what South Park the movie deserved. And let's see, next up. Again, we're in the 90s visions of hell, which are very edgy and have lots of bad CGI. So you're basically stuck in a PS1 game. Michael J. White ends up here, which is cool, but also it's just most of the other demons just standing in the background doing this to try and look intimidating. I'm not sure if you've seen Spawn the movie, but there's not a lot of action down here. Like it's just they have a lot of CGI demons that roar and run around, and even back then it didn't look that good. Also, you get tormented by John Leguizamo. Which, if you're a fan of John Leguizamo, cool, but if you're not a fan of him like in The Pest, then Aside, you may get the Hellspawn powers, which get very edgy. You got the demon suit, you shoot chains and stuff. Bad news is you don't have a very good script to work with. They really rushed it. The sales at the time, Michael J. White was doing the best he could. So I would give that 2. It's even worse because now you got 2 of them. Next up, pop culture. A lot of great people to spend torment with. Killer Fitness, great environment for hell to be in my opinion. You get sign up for great classes. Shout out to Michelle's Yoga. Sometimes performers go a little over the time limit. But we've got a great sense of community, and if you like new metal ghoulies, this place is for you.
Yeah!
And with that in mind, I give it 5 decibels.